if I put this on, to see the humor in life's absurdity, to live each day amazed and amused. This is to achieve true success. And laugh, because you will have a connection like no other. Humor is a competitive edge. My philosophy in life is to live amazed and amused. My first choice is always amused. I love finding the humor in the situation, and I can find humor where most of you would not, but I'm going to help you with that. Humor comes from pain. It might be yours or it might be somebody else's. It might be a little or a lot, but how many of you in here are laughing hysterically because you have too much money? Or because you got a great sexy figure. No, we're laughing about the things that make us crazy. And this nurse was just starting her job. As she was heading toward the door, one of the residents in a wheelchair, an elderly woman, said, "Honey, could you come here for a minute?" And she went over and she said, "Tomorrow's my birthday, and I don't think anyone's gonna remember. Would you sing happy birthday to me?" And she said, "Oh, of course." So she sang her happy birthday, and they chatted for another 15 or 20 minutes, and she went home. And then, of course, on her day off, she went to the grocery store, and the woman had told her she loved chocolate cake with icing that was nice and thick. She made her a nice cake and got some balloons and went in and celebrated her birthday with her, and people were turning around and smiling, and she was thinking, oh, they're admiring what I'm doing for this woman. And she went home and came back in on Monday, and her supervisor called her in. And so I just wanted to have a little chat with you. I wanted to tell you about the patient that you were talking to, Edna. She said, yes. She goes, wasn't her birthday. But she loves chocolate cake with icing. So anytime there's a new nurse that comes to our facility, she tells them this story. And the nurse hits herself on her forehead going, oh man, how many of them fall for it? And her supervisor said, all the good ones. Does anybody here ever fly Southwest Airlines? Oh yeah. First time, and I'm sitting in my seat, I'm one of the first ones on, and I fly every week. So I'm in the zone. As soon as I get in my seat, my eyes are closed and I'm napping. And the people are coming on the plane and I'm in just la-la land until I heard a voice starting to shout. They're yelling, all right, everybody, listen up! I look around, it's the flight attendant. She's yelling at us and she's saying, there may be 50 ways to leave your lover. But there's only 4 ways to leave this plane. And she gets it. She gets the connection. She just keeps going. This is a non-smoking flight, but if you just have to have a cigarette, you can go out to the wing and watch today's feature, Gone with the Wind. This is the only airline in the United States over the last 20 years to remain financially profitable. They understand that logic tells, but emotion sells. Humor's not the be-all, end-all, but it is the competitive edge. This is why companies like American Express paid big money to comedian Jerry Seinfeld. It's why companies like Capital One paid lots of money to David Spade and Alec Baldwin. It's why companies like Jell-O paid lots of money to humorist Bill Cosby. These companies know humor is power. Now, how many of you think you're funny? I see some hands raised. The person behind you is going, no. And being funny is a great gift. It's a great gift to have, but it's more important to see funny than be funny. And those of you in leadership, you want to be perceived as having a sense of humor because this is seen as a desirable trait. And the good news is you don't have to be funny. You can be a humor appreciator. You don't have to be a humor initiator. One of the first things that you can do to improve your ability to see funny is to assume that something funny is going on. Most of us go through the day and go, well, there's nothing funny happening in my life, and there's nothing funny happening where I work. And, if that's your case, then that's really what you're going to find. But if you have the attitude, well, something's going on, what am I missing? You're going to start hearing things. You're going to start seeing things that everybody else is missing.